So hey, we have to switch camera over. Ooh, we're gonna be so conceited now that we looking at ourselves. So we have to switch over the camera, and we're gonna continue table talk. So basically, what we're talking about is living together prior to saying I do, the pros and the cons. And I'm here again with my sister Tay and my sister Rose. So we're gonna just pick up where Tay left off, and hopefully we can just combine everything together.
You were saying basically the difference, like culture difference.
Mhm.
To me, in my house, I don't really think it's that big of a culture difference. And you say because my
Your husband is more Americanized
okay,
than.
I need you back up with my husband. But I think that I was raised a little different. I was raised a little bit more old school, so to me, it doesn't. It's not that big of a difference because I think the culture is old school too. The Haitian culture or island culture is old school, and that's just kind of sort of what I'm used to. And I say similar. Oh, candy. Thank you. I say similar because just in regards to letting him take leadership, me being knowing how to be a wife, and still holding, making sure my house is taken care of. To me, it's similar. I don't really see it as a big difference. That's just me.
Yeah, it's hard when you're so independent person and to allow someone to take. And
but even then, I was raised in a background that everything was about being able to take care of yourself and being self-sufficient. I was raised in a product of a single parent home. So yes, I was that way. I was raised to learn how to take care of myself and do my own thing. But I still learned from other people in my community and family members who were married, and it was a team effort. It's not as it's not the way that society is today, where everybody can get this divorce and it's so easily dispensable. So to me, I still knew how to balance the two.
So Rose, you were saying that culture plays a big difference.
Yes, to me, culture does play a major role in living together because the way I was raised clean. I mean, clean. I mean, clean. Like,
You ain't. We will.
I mean,
I ain't gotta preach this. Though. I know. I already know.
yeah. So, and I feel like that's in the island household. Whereas, in my opinion, those who weren't raised island may not have that structure. Some may not have that structure. So I feel like those pet peeves that I have dwindle down to how I was raised. So yes,
There is some validity in that because looking at like going away to college and you being in this dorm with people, their way of living is different. Me, I couldn't leave the house. Don't ask to do anything. If you done your chores for the weekend, don't ask to do a single thing. Make sure your bedroom's clean, your bathroom's clean, the kitchen, everything has. And that's again, I think that's an old school like rearing. But in college, it really is a test. It's a very big test because a lot of people they're not raised that way.
Yeah, and it could just I feel like it could be a big strain if you don't have a strong enough backbone to be like, I'm just going to do it myself. Like if I don't do it, who else gonna do it? Yeah, so it's like if
I look at that bathroom one more time,
Lord,
say if I don't do it, it's never gonna get done.
I'm gonna leave it here for
I don't care. Right, 2 more days, and he gonna notice. Then we be black. And he's gonna be like, when is the woman gonna clean this up? And I'm like, wait a minute. No, I have no job too. No, I'm not tired.
Yeah.
Apparently not. That must be the island part of him that said, hell no, I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah. I mean, I think, again, with living together, like I said, to me it's more of, biblical sense. And then speaking of that or whatever, I feel like me having daughters and raising my daughters, I would prefer them to be married first.
I can understand that too.
And honestly, I was I watched growing up the Duggars and the daughters, the 4 oldest daughters, wrote a book called Growing Up Duggars, and I'm definitely getting that book for my daughter because they believe in like real old school. We talk about we old school, they're real old school. They believe in courting before and all that, and I just value that because it just, to me, it just makes the girls feel like, listen, like I'm worth so much more than what society says that I am, and I will want my daughters to take that step to like when I say old school, like they don't believe in holding hands until engaged. They don't believe in kissing and all that.
If you're gonna say then that okay, you believe you did it a more old school way by waiting till you got married to move in, does that also mean?
No, I don't think I did it old school way by. I'm saying like I grew up old school and my values and stuff like that, but the reason why we didn't move in together, it has nothing to do with old school.
But it's a religious thing.
Right. It was.
But in that case, then I would still say bringing reference to the Duggars book because yes, their values are very seasoned, I guess you can say. Mm-hmm. That would still mean too, if you're gonna choose to do that, then we have to bring sex in the topic. Mm-hmm. That means that to me, if we're gonna follow some rules, as my godmother would say in the book,
you have to follow all.
You have to follow it all, and then I would still say that if that's the case, you're saying that you rather wait to do everything until you get married. And
I wish I would have waited.
I agree.
For marriage, for everything, because to me, I feel like all of that does play a big factor, and it does have a big strain. It does. And coming into my marriage, I had a child, and my husband also had a child. That plays a big role, and that adds a lot of extra stress and drama because it's just not like, okay, what we do in our home, how we raise our children is us, because then you got other parents involved or whatnot. So I would prefer for my daughters to wait and be with that one person, and then know that okay, you don't have to worry about backlash of somebody's hating because y'all together and be like, well, I had her, like you don't have to worry about all of that because guys are petty like that or whatever. So I would encourage my daughters to wait, even though that's not the steps that we took. So then,
how would you feel if your daughter decided that she didn't want to wait?
I mean, I would have to feel the way my mama felt because that's not how she raised me or whatnot. So I would have to feel the way she felt or whatever, and just pray for the best, and then whatever happens or whatnot. But we're all the way off subject or whatnot. But I guess that kind of tie into what we were saying. Rose,
I'm ready for the examples.
Let's give some examples.
So tell me why.
Tell me why.
Tell me why. Okay, so let me know if this grinds you guys' gears, if this happens to you guys. Mm-hmm. Where you're sitting on the toilet, you're using the bathroom, you look to your left at the roll, you look for the roll, and it's not there. So what do? You walk out the bathroom with your panties halfway on your knees. Yeah. Go get you a toilet roll from the closet. Get back to the toilet, and you see a roll sitting on top of the toilet. Why can't the roll be back on the thing? Pet peeve.
Well, to be honest or whatnot, I mean, I would be grateful at this point that it was there. I mean, I hate it where I have my own bathroom now and I still be like, dang, can you toss me a roll? Like, why you used up all my toilet paper and then replace it? Like, why I gotta walk down the hall with my pants hang down or whatever to get a roll.
That you didn't even use.
Yeah, that bothers me.
So bathroom pet peeves? You said your bathroom pet peeve.
That was yours. I didn't say mine.
Yeah, that's my pet peeve. Right. Or like when I'm getting in the shower, and instead of taking the shower head and turning it away from the actual liner, so when I get in, it's not coming out of the tub. Because you put it to the other side. That's why I'm asking. And then I say something, and I say it in a nice way, and like 3 days later, we back down to the same row.
Oh yeah, 3 days later. Oh, that's a.
Then I just say.
Oh wow.
That's it.
Okay. Yeah. Like my pet peeve is the oldest one in the book. Can I not be afraid when I'm gonna go use the toilet at night to fall in? Like,
Put the toilet seat.
can it go down? I was raised with 3 brothers, and I was never afraid to. I'm afraid of the bathroom.
And to add on to that, not even the rim being up. I hate the whole toilet seat being up.
I agree. I feel like you're supposed to close it.
Yeah,
that's not how they sold it to you.
Exactly.
So therefore, the whole thing needs to come down. If you only want to have, only buy half.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the bedroom pet peeves.
Shoes not being in the closet.
Bedroom pet peeves.
Shoes in the closet.
Okay, this is not even all the way a bedroom. Like, okay, forget the messy dresser tops where everything just stacked on top of each other, falling off. But who getting ready to go out and lay their clothes on their bed? Understandable, but put their shoes on the bed. Where they do that at?
Okay, no. Let me explain. Bedroom pet peeve. It extends itself to the living area. When you get home from work, don't take your clothes off and hang them over the chair. What's up with hanging stuff on the chair, hanging stuff on the curtain? Put it in its rightful place. Don't hang your pants over there. Don't hang your shirt. Don't wrinkle it out like this. It came from work. Put it in the dirty clothes basket. Hang it back, whichever you want. Just pick.
Or buy a dirty clothes basket. Okay, bedroom pet peeve.
Yeah, the shoes not being in the closet and the bed not being made.
Don't get in the bed not being made. If you get up, you're the last one to get up.
Make it. Like a little bit. Like fix a couple of stuff. Fake it if you want to.
Don't lay down in the bed if you didn't take a bath.
the last one to get up.
Don't lay down in the bed if you didn't take a bath.
Okay.
That's your whole entire day.
Okay, living room, kitchen pet peeve.
Oh, Lord. I have a lot of them.
Dishes in the sink for hours and days.
Lately or whatever, I've been on strike with the dishes because I'm like, you know what, I can't do it no more. And I'm not gonna lie,
those strikes be fake.
I'm not, but I ain't gonna lie, whatever. Sometimes they be feeling they be having pity on me and they do the dishes. But my biggest one is cups and stuff being left on the counter, spoons and stuff where there's an empty sink or whatever, or even if it's not all the way empty, put it in the sink. And food being left on the kitchen counter. Like, seriously, like, you didn't see this piece of rice on the kitchen counter. You didn't see like this drop of sugar, milk, coffee. Like, you didn't see breadcrumbs. Like, you don't see none of that. Like, how come I walk in and I see it, juice and all that, but you don't see nothing or whatnot? That's my kitchen pet peeve.
My kitchen pet peeve is when I go use a glass and, I don't want to leave it out. So I rinse it and I stick it right on the corner inside of the sink because I'm going to pick it up later and rinse it out again to use it. But then by the time I get back to it, that fork that you was eating when you stuck it inside of it. I'm like, God damn it. Now I have to go find a whole other cup.
That's why I leave my one out.
Mm-hmm. And it be out for 4-5 days and another one be out for 4-5 days.
Well, that one is.
Let's move on to... Oh, my bad.
Okay, so my kitchen pet peeve, I have two. Those that you guys said, yes, I agree with those as well. One of my kitchen pet peeves is when washing the dishes. I don't know how I was raised. Once again, the dishes don't go upside down. Like, when you put a dish in the sink, you don't wash it and put it like this. You turn it upside down after you wash it. I don't like how do you know if it's clean if you don't toss it upside down?
And stuff can fly in it.
Like, pet peeve. And another pet peeve is after you cook, hey, when you're done, can you put the food in the fridge? And you wake up in the morning and the food is still on the stove.
Oh.
Yeah, because if you're going to cook, then somebody should do the cleaning.
Be honest.
You're not in this.
He's been in it because he's been in the background having us giggling.
Be honest.
You do put up the food for me.
Exactly. So
I say you have pity on me sometimes. I
all
come
the time.
in
You never put
and
food up.
the dishes washed and stuff like
Turn this
that.
thing around right now. Turn it. Turn that laptop around right now.
Hold on, wait, that's me. That's my fault. I'm cleaning the kitchen. I need to dishes
Yeah.
everything.
Okay, so living area pet peeve. We could. I don't really
I don't have any.
Yeah,
My
I don't really
pillows.
have
I like for my pillows to be in.
Yeah, I like for my pillows,
Oh.
but they tell me this is not a room to go showroom, so the house
I
cannot.
like a room to go show.
I do too, and like I like
I
everything
love
to look
rooms to go
nice
showroom.
and neat, but
You don't
But-
live in rooms to go.
but
All my
still.
pillows on my couch do not belong on the floor.
No.
When you come to my house, there's
You
2
don't have-
pillows
I don't have
that
kids yet.
belong on the floor. That's it. Don't try to put the other pillows on the floor. They are not floor pillows.
How do you
Y'all have
tell the
kids yet.
difference?
Because it's the biggest one. It's the one I tell you that you can put on the floor.
I mean, I just so I mean, if we're gonna go to pet peeves or whatever, like I know Zach has a lot of car pet peeves that I do wrong.
I'm with him with the car pet peeve.
or whatnot. But yeah, I mean, but my whole thing is okay. Zach pet peeve is the trash overflowing and all that other stuff. But my whole thing is he snaps and expect it to be done. But how many things I tell you over and over on a daily basis, you still ain't getting it. Like you want to trip or whatever. You have no right to trip because you be like seriously. So yeah.
Shacking up. Sorry.
Yeah.
Living with someone before marriage.
I mean, yeah. To me, to be honest, I feel like if it wasn't strong before that, it won't be strong. It has to be a foundation. You have to have a strong foundation. That's the only way you'll be able to deal with the crap that comes along with living with someone.
Okay, so I hear that. I agree because I agree to a certain degree because I would say like if you're just dating, don't like date somebody for a couple months and be like, oh, we're moving in together.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
that's really
yeah.
stupid. My opinion, sorry.
Definitely.
But at the same time, now what if you're together for like 4 years, 5 years, and maybe marriage to you is maybe it's not a choice, it's not a decision, that's not something that you want to do. But if you've been together that long and you've already had that commitment, then what would you say to that?
To be honest, what I would say to that is, I'm sorry, I don't understand. I don't get the whole playing a role. Like, why you playing all these roles and you like don't have like no staple? Like what's the point of all of that? Like, what? I don't know. I feel like you have to have. So I'm sorry. Like, I'm not gonna be like exactly. I'm not gonna be playing wife. I'm sorry. I can't be in the house or whatnot.
That comes with morals, I believe.
I don't know. I ain't finna be
If
washing
you gonna
nobody's
play it, you
clothes and
might
all
as
that.
well.
Yeah.
If I gotta pretend, I gotta get some benefit.
Seriously,
So I might as well
where's
just
the
get married.
benefit? Like, you don't go to work every day and have, no benefits and still give the work 100%. Like, where's
That's
the
a good example.
where's the benefit? So yeah. I mean, what else? Yeah. So what else? I mean, we would have to say about living together or whatnot before. I mean, to me, I think if I'm gonna say the negatives, let me give a positive. I think the positive is you would know like where that person stand on as far as financial and like under pressure or whatnot, because like if you guys are not living together, you don't know how they're going to take care of their responsibilities, and then when it gets tough, like when ends need to be made, what's going to happen? Are they going to buy the new pair of Jordans, or are they going to pay the light or whatnot? Or are they going to get up in the morning and go to work even if they're tired as hell or whatever? Are they going to do their part, and are you going to do your part? So I think like that would be the best, like that would be the best part or whatever of staying to like with someone, because you would know, okay, like dang, when push comes to shove, I know, okay, like I won't be at a shelter the next day because this person is gonna do what they gotta do and I'm gonna do what I gotta do. So that's my plus. So yeah. What do you guys? Y'all don't have anything to add as far as financial stuff? We talked about pet peeves and all that.
I agree with what you said about financial, and I think that's important. You need to know how that person deals with their money. Are they good budgeters? Are they believe in budgeting? Do they have savings accounts? And what's their credit like? People say you shouldn't talk about people's credit scores, but I mean sometimes it's very important.
Let me tell you,
it's very important for you to know.
It's still bad.
Yes, it
Get
is.
worse.
It is.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Because at some
Terrible.
point you're gonna want a house.
Yes.
You're gonna want more. Another car. Another
When
this.
they
Another
ask you
that.
for first, last security, the second, third, and the fourth before you can move in,
you know
you know
it's
the
like,
benefits of that.
yeah.
And it doesn't mean that you can't work with it, but you at least know the person's habits to know if that's something that's workable for you.
Mhm.
Some things aren't workable.
Mhm.
You can't make anybody do anything. You can't make someone be responsible.
Yeah, I mean, going back to that, I mean, I know this is probably like off topic or whatnot. I mean, that goes as far as, dating someone. I believe it's certain things that you would allow if you're dating someone in college or, out of college and like adulthood or whatever, like that financial does play a big role to me or whatever. Like if I'm in college, if I'm fresh out of high school and I'm in college and I'm dating someone that's in college or whatever, I don't mind if we're going out or whatever. Like if we really want to go out to eat or whatever, I have to pay my way or whatever because y'all both working towards something or whatnot, like once in a blue moon or whatever, like if it's something that you guys really wanted to do. But I believe like as far as like when you move from adulthood, like out of school and that stuff like that, and like, you're not just testing the waters, like, like, I don't know.
I would say
You don't believe that either? Like even if you're in college?
no. I think that it's always a team effort. First of all, that's just my thing. Being married, to me, everything is still a team effort. Our money is our money. It's not like, I'll pay for this. It still comes out of the same pot. So to me, it all depends on what your idea of a relationship is going to be like when it comes to finances. I do feel like I do feel you on the fact that, when you're in college, there's some things he just might not have it, or you might just not have it, and that person needs to pay for it. We might just need to do it separately because that's all we can afford, especially if you, have other major responsibilities. But when you get together, everything to me is together. I think it puts down a lot more conflict and it makes you work together. It makes you be more of a team effort, in my opinion.
And if we could talk about other pet peeves or whatnot, having children or whatnot and stuff and raising, like the culture plays a different, a big role too. Like if you was raised a certain way, most likely you're going to raise or lean to try to raise your kids a certain way. And if you were raised like, how my sister and I was saying, like island, like, and cleanliness and all that other stuff, and then you have another parent who's just like whatever, like, as long as you I guess, put your shoes in your room or something, you good. Yeah, like you good. Yeah, as long as you take a bath once a week or whatever, you good. Oh, and so like that plays a big role too. So do you guys believe in having children before or whatever, just to test it out?
I mean, okay,
that's different, right?
I mean, to stay kind of on topic-ish,
yeah.
I would ask the question of, do you think living together when one spouse has a child is a good route to go? So that child can get the feel of the person, or to see how that person acts with that person.
I think that's absolutely the wrong way to go. I think
because I think
because if it doesn't work out,
certain things, like that's like playing house.
I'm saying understandable. I'm saying you've been together 5 years. This child knows this person, but you want to get not speaking on your aspect because you're no all the way. Speaking on this aspect, y'all been together 5 years. This child has known this person for 5 years, and now it's me and you as the guy and lady want to know how it is to live together, but there's a child. Do you do it to get to know this person?
I mean, but my thing is, like, do we plan on getting married or we're not getting
married?
Either way, it doesn't matter because now you have a child in the picture. To me, that's a little bit more touchy because when you...
The reason, can I explain why I said no in the first place? Because I was in that position where I was with Zach for a numerous amount of years and we both had children. And when I thought we were going to be together or whatnot, but it ended up we're not together, and we wasn't even living together, and that played a big old toll in my relationship with his daughter and his relationship, with my daughter, because she was at an age where she didn't understand, like, well, why can't I see this person anymore? And it played a strain on her. So imagine if this person was used to this person picking them up from school.
But those things can happen whether or not you live together or not. You can
yeah,
have
but
that type
I think it would be worse because I felt like it played a big role.
I think that you should know at some point within a good
whether or not it's going to happen.
Right, if it's going to work, if this is somebody you see yourself with. Because I feel like regardless, you're going to end up, if you're introducing your children to someone, that means you want that person to be permanent.
Right,
I don't believe in
playing
always
with happen like that. I mean, in my situation, we end up getting back together, but it doesn't always happen like that.
Oh, I thought y'all still on. I'm like, it's not recording.
So yeah, I mean, I really feel like it plays a role. I mean, so you guys think it's okay to, live with someone, if one spouse have a child?
No, I don't. That's
so that's
my
the
opinion.
difference. That's the boundary that you'll say. I won't do it because of the child.
Right, because I wouldn't want my son or daughter to think they're making their perception about life based upon your decisions and how you live.
So would you not tell your child, me and your father lived together before we got married? Would you not say that?
No, I would be very honest.
Yeah, you have
I would be honest, but having a child
and
asking someone to move in my home or me moving with them, like things don't work out. They're like, this not your house, and they put you out, and then your child sees that type of interaction. I just don't think it's healthy. I think those kind of things you have to be sure with, and that person has to have a relationship with your kid.
And it like a ring or a marriage certificate doesn't make it any difference. Whatever can happen in a relationship can definitely happen in a marriage, but I feel like
a marriage is a real commitment.
Yeah. So it's like,
I know it doesn't seem like that in today's society.
That's another topic we really need to touch. We really need to touch or whatnot. But I mean, basically what we were saying about living together and getting to know someone prior. Some people might say, yeah, it's a good idea. Some might say, no, it's not a good idea. I do believe there is pros and cons, but just on, what I believe, as far as, my faith and stuff, I wouldn't do it or whatnot, but I can understand and see, why some people would say, okay, yeah, I'll move in, or, I could see.
What were you going to say?
I was going to conclude with you. You concluding?
Yes.
Okay. So I was going to just say that the way my sister here did it, I think I would do it that way. I would wait until, we've been together for a while. There was a proposal. We know we're on the track to get married. And then I want to see, your habits, your ways. Let's get things settled. And then we get married. I feel like, yes, I agree on that portion.
Go ahead. To me? Yes.
I mean, I was engaged when I moved in, and but that doesn't mean we did not live together. That doesn't make it that big of a difference because that's still different from being married. But I feel like you have to do what works for you. Everything that works for the goose doesn't work for, the monkey. So therefore, you have to find what works for you, and everything is just not custom for one specific person. So I say you have to do what works for you, but don't find yourself playing a fool. That's what I will say. Don't find yourself playing a fool. Don't find yourself being foolish, but you just have to do what really works for you and be okay with that and accept all the consequences, whether good or bad, that come with it.
Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us on Table Talk. This was a long discussion, and we probably could have went on and on and on. And I see we was picking up other topics, so I'm definitely going to keep those other topics in mind, and we're definitely going to have to come back to you guys with another Table Talk.
Like it.
Yeah, subscribe,
comment.
We want to know what you guys think. So thanks for watching. Again, this is your girl Rhea, my sisters, Tay and Rose. Yeah, thanks you guys. Deuces.